there, my name's Leanne and I'm joining you virtually from Bamboo Wellness in Wandsworth to deliver you a 20-minute morning flow session. I hope you enjoy. To get you started, I'm going to actually have you lying on your backs in a semi-supine position. So have your feet rested on the floor, quite close to your glutes, and just allow your back to come and rest on the mat here. You want to make sure that your shoulders are physically tucked away from your ears, the back of your skull, so that your neck is long. And I'd like you to rest your hands just lightly on your abdomen here. Take a moment for the heaviness of your head to weigh against the mat. For your shoulders to relax against the mat. For your hips to be heavy against the mat. As you allow your eyes to close, just start to gently tune in to the movement of energy moving around the body. Check in with how you feel this morning. And then coming into our breath, take a huge breath into your belly. Let the belly rise as you fill the abdomen up with breath. On your exhale, let it all the way go with a sigh. Big breath in by nose. Huge exhale out by mouth. We'll do one more just for luck. Big breath in. Deep sigh out the mouth. And over the next couple of breaths, you'll come to start to breathe in and out by nose. And just use a few moments, first thing this morning, to be in touch with that breath. To witness the rise of your abdomen as you breathe in. The softening, lowering of your abdomen as you breathe out. If you have an ocean or ujjayi breath in your practice, you're more than welcome to start using this now and switching it on. But any breath in and out by nose is absolutely perfect. Noticing that natural rhythm of your breath, unique to each and every one of us. From here, still breathing in and out by nose, reach your hands high up above your head and interlace your fingers if at all possible. Reaching the arms beyond the edge of your mat. Your feet might also extend so that we stretch all 10 of our toes to the far opposite side, reaching and lengthening. Still breathing in and out by nose, take a reach over to the right hand side of your hand, maybe crossing your left ankle just over your right leg. Feeling that side bend into the left side of the body. Exhale to come back through center, uncrossing the ankles. Shift your hands over to the left-hand side. Right ankle crosses over left. Deep stretching sensation on the right side of the body. Exhaling out by nose to come through center. Draw your knees now in towards your chest and give yourself a tight embrace, a hug and a squeeze. Maybe with a rock from side to side as you massage the back of your spine into the mat. Good. We can send the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and just start to gently release the ankles one way. Maybe hearing some pops and some clicks there as the body starts to wake up, and reversing them around the other way. Bending the knees and taking your hands just behind your thighs here, start to very gently rock yourself forward and back a few times, gaining a little bit more momentum with each and every rock before you come up to one big final rock, crossing over the knees, stepping back into your all fours position. So making sure that your hands are now steadily underneath your shoulders, knees are roughly hip width apart. Let's engage through the belly button and inhale here, lower the belly. Lift the gaze gently forward, look forward. Exhale, gently round through the spine, pressing through your hands. Don't forget the tuck of the chin towards your chest. Inhaling, lower the belly, unfurl your gaze gently forward. Exhaling, we're rounding through spine, tucking chin all the way to chest. Taking one more of these just in your own time. Good. Once you're in your cat stretch here, I'd like you to hold it. So keep on pressing through your hands, really push through the outside edges in particular. Tuck your chin in towards your chest to create a deep stretching sensation across the whole back body. We're here for 2. Good, and then for 1, gently releasing yourself here to an all fours position. Immediately start to circle your body weight around your wrists here. Start to think about indulging in that circular motion. So maybe think about extending your hips all the way back towards your heels, as well as taking your body weight beyond the edge of your fingertips. Good. We might start to reverse these circles, so taking them round the other way, and maybe thinking about finding a bit of fluidity here by softening your elbows and moving your gaze around the room. Maybe allowing your hips to press all the way forward to an upward facing dog, which you might hold for a couple of breaths. Good. We'll make this last rotation, our last one here, coming all the way back to an all fours position. Tuck your toes under and hover your knees 1 to 2 inches off the floor. You'll start to notice that you feel some mild shaking around your lower abdominals as they start to wake up, ready to support our body for the rest of the day. Keep on breathing in and out by nose for 3, for 2. Last one here, gently, without letting your knees touch the floor, send your hips back towards your heels. Good. On your next inhale, let's come all the way back to that all fours position with the knees hovering off the floor. Exhale, send the hips all the way back towards the heel. Inhale, come forward. Last one here, hips go all the way back, hovering just off your heels for 2. Last breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bending your knees as it's your first downward facing dog of the day. Take a moment to press through your hands and send your chest that little bit closer in towards your thighs. You might then start to bend one knee and stretch out the back of the other leg as we start to open out through the whole posterior chain. Your choice if you want to make it a bit more dynamic and add in any other movement that works for you here. Good. Coming all the way back to center, bend your knees a lot, walk your hands back towards your feet. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and come into a crouch position here. Allow the head to be super duper heavy. Maybe interlace your hands behind your the back of your skull and allow your elbows to also be heavy to find space in the back of the neck. You might even gently nod the head yes. Just open out this area, but in particular when we have just woken up can often be quite tight. Relax the hands. Take your right fingertips down to the ground and inhale, open up the left hand high to the sky. Reach up with your left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your fingertips down to the ground. Same thing, second side. Inhale, right hand high to the sky. Exhale, right fingertips back down to the floor. Press your heels down. Send your hips high to the ceiling. Ragdoll. Take a moment here to allow the upper body to be completely heavy and relaxed. Maybe turn your palms to face up if your fingertips touch the floor. Swaying forward and back in the feet. Rocking forward towards the toes and back towards the heels. Starting to wake up the hamstrings, the backs of the calves. You might even add a bit of momentum, sway side to side. The choice is yours. Before bending your knees, engaging your core and slowly rolling yourself up to standing. Take your time doing this. There is no need to rush. Chin is always the last thing to come away from the chest. Once you do come up to standing, start to roll your shoulders in a backwards motion here. Maybe take a release of the neck side to side or round in circles. And embrace the hands, interlocking them behind your back. Have a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, send the chest up towards the ceiling. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Focusing on drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Before gently releasing the hands and making your way forward to the very front of the mat if you're not there already. Bring yourself to Tadasana, mountain pose, standing tall, feeling engagement in your thighs and abdomen. Lengthen up from your waistline, stand tall and proud at the front of the mat as your eyes close. Find that connection into your breath now. Breathing in and out by nose. Steady, continuous, flowing. And if you have an intention that you wish to set for your practice today, now is a perfect time to do it. You might like to think around framing your intention around connection of different types. Hold that intention in your mind's eye for 2. Good. Last one here. From here, open up the eyes, and on your next inhale, breath in, take your hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Lift up, lengthen out of your waistline. Maybe look up towards your fingertips. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, fold forward, and hinge from the hips. Release your fingertips down to the ground, heavy head. Inhale, take a halfway lift, hands on shins. Keep a slight bend in your knees as you gently look forward with a straight spine. Exhale, here we forward fold. Step back to a plank. Now, this is your first plank so far, and that might be enough intensity, but if you want to add a little extra something, why not add a tiny micro bend in your elbows? Start to feel the arms quiver and shake as you hold here for 2 more breaths. Maybe add another little degree or 2 to your bend. Last one here. Knees lower, toes untucked. Exhale, take a half chaturanga down to the floor. Keep it nice and straight with your spine. Inhale, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. Find cobra. Maybe float your hands off the floor. Hands reconnect. Let's exhale back, child's pose. Take a slight sway of your hips side to side in your child's pose. Maybe reaching one hand forward as you rock from side to side. And then coming back through center, palms flat, downward facing dog on your exhale breath. Looking forward to the front of the mat, step, walk or maybe hop all the way to the front. Exhale, here we forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, rise up to standing, coming all the way up to the ceiling. Lift your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, here we forward fold. Hinging from hips, fingertips release down to the ground, heavy head. Inhale, take one of those halfway lifts. Elongate, lengthen energy through the crown of the head. Exhale, here we forward fold. Step back plank. Think again about the energy still radiating out the crown of the head, all the way towards your heels. Maybe add that micro bend in your arms for 2. Holding here. Last breath here. Knees lower, toes untucked. Exhale, take a half chaturanga down to the floor. Inhale, find cobra, or maybe choose to lift up to your upward facing dog, taking your thighs off the floor. Exhale, either via child's pose or come straight away back to downward facing dog. Look forward to the front of the mat, step, walk or hop all the way towards the front. Exhale, here we forward fold. Inhale, this time halfway lift, elongate and lengthen. Exhale, here we forward fold and soften. Bend your knees and start to squeeze your glutes together. Inhale, rise all the way up to chair pose here. Reaching your fingertips all the way forward on a diagonal. Lift your gaze off the floor. Squeeze your glutes, maybe sit an inch deeper for 2. Last breath here. Exhale, here we forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine, straight legs. Exhale, here we forward fold. Step back plank. Feel free to stick with half chaturanga or exhale lower down for your full chaturanga, coming down to halfway, at which point you can transition straight away into your upward facing dog. Exhale, we push back, downward facing dog. Looking to the front of the mat, step, walk or hop all the way towards the front. Exhale, here we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend a lot. Inhale, rise up to chair pose. Squeeze your glutes intensely as you do so. Engage your core, belly button to spine. Sit even deeper if you can. Hold here for 3 more breaths. Start to feel the energy go all the way to your fingertips for 2. Last one here. Exhale, come all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Stand tall and take a moment to notice how the energy moves around through your body. So just a quick change of camera angles for me here. I want you to bend your knees deeply and inhale, come all the way up to chair pose. Start to take the weight deeply now into your left foot. You've not quite lifted the weight, you've not quite lifted the right foot off the floor, but we're shifting the weight towards the left foot. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. This is single leg chair pose. Start to flex your foot. So rather than pointing it, flex the heel, point the toes back towards your face. Drive that right heel all the way back to your warrior 3. Hands can either stay reaching alongside your ears, you could bring them in front of your chest, the choice is yours. Focus on dialing that right hip down towards the mat for 3. Maybe start to add a bend into your left knee for a little bit more of a challenge for 2. Last one here, silently step that right foot all the way back. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Straighten the back leg as much as possible. Reach the hands up to the sky. Feel that stretch across the front side of your body. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Left hand forward, right hand behind. Flip your left palm. Inhale, reach it all the way forward. Send it to the ceiling. Right hand wraps behind the lower back. Trying to catch the inside of the left hip. Reverse warrior. Reach left fingertips to the ceiling for 2. Last one here. Exhale, come all the way via warrior 2 to your side angle posture. Left forearm, left thigh, right hand reaches all the way up and over. Maybe for an extra core challenge for your core, hover your left forearm away from that left thigh. Take the fingertips over to the rib cage and hold for 2. Last one here. Exhale all the way back, warrior 2. Lead with your right hand, windmill your hands all the way to frame your left foot. Step back, plank. Take a vinyasa of your choosing. And let's meet back downward facing dog. Look forward to the front of the mat, step, walk or hop all the way to the front. Exhale here, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, let's rise up to chair pose. Squeezing the glutes to help to activate them. Shift the weight now towards your right foot. Start to draw your left foot, which is nice and flexed, and the knee in towards your chest. Sit a little bit deeper. Draw that left knee up a little bit higher for 2. Last one here. Drive that left foot all the way back on your exhale into warrior 3. Option to add a slight bend into your right knee to add an extra challenge for 2. Breathing in and out by nose, nice and steadily. Exhale, slightly touch that foot down. High lunge. Exhale, open out, warrior 2, right hand forward, left hand behind. Flip the right palm. Inhale, reach forward, send that right hand to the sky. Left hand comes to the half bind, reverse warrior. Exhale, take the right forearm to right thigh, extended side angle posture. Hover that right forearm away. Take hold of your left rib cage, reach that left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, warrior 2. Windmill your hands all the way down, framing left foot, step back plank. Take a vinyasa if you wish to, if you feel it will nourish you this morning. Either way, we meet back, downward facing dog. Allow yourself to come down to your knees and start to just reach your hands slightly further forward into puppy pose. Melting heart. Maybe choose to take your chin onto the mat and gently look forward. Take a deep breath in by nose. Sigh it all the way out the mouth. Deep breath in by nose. Sigh it out the mouth. Walk your hands back to your feet. Your hands back to your knees. Take your elbows onto the mat. Hands come together in prayer. Get your thumbs to touch the very back of the neck here. Maybe take a sway of your hips from side to side. Gently release your hands down and inch yourself back up to a kneeling position, just quickly enough so that you can swing yourself round and come to lie on your back in semi-supine, where we started. Draw your knees now in towards your chest and start to gently circle your knees away from one another, massaging out the lower back. Take a huge intake of breath. Let it go with an indulgent sigh. Reversing the circles, another big breath in. Huge breath out. Allow your feet to come to rest on the floor. Your hands to lie on your belly. We come full circle. Shoulders away from ears. Jaw becomes relaxed and soft. Your breath becomes relaxed and soft. We let go of our need to control our breath. Notice how the energy is moving around in your body. You might choose to extend fully to your corpse pose for your final Shavasana. And this would be a perfect place to pause the video, to take a moment, 2 to maybe 5 minutes, to rest in your Shavasana. Bringing movement back to your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Maybe moving the head from side to side. We then gather the knees in close towards our chest and give ourselves a tight embrace here. Tuck your chin so that you create a double, triple chin across the back so that the back is truly long and stretched. Roll yourself all the way over to your right hand side. Stay in that fetal position for a breath or maybe 2. On your next exhale, ease yourself up. Take your time. Your eyes are still closed. And come to seated. Sit up tall. Allow your shoulders to be relaxed away from your ears. Allow your hands to rest comfortably where it feels natural. Bow your head in deep gratitude for not only your practice, but for yourself and taking time out for yourself this morning. Float your awareness to your intention that you may have set at the start of the class. And as you hold it in your mind's eye, take one or both hands over your heart, or in prayer if that feels good for you. Take a final deep breath in. A huge sigh of relief out the mouth. And when you're ready, open up the eyes and come back into the room whenever you're ready to. Thank you.